Hello, team. It is finally Tuesday, October 1st. We love when the calendar in Park Lane World finally turns to the month because, as you know, like the stats don't up, the stats are there, but like the month that says October isn't there. So here we are, like one day left in the week, and we're just now seeing like the actual word October. I think after today, we'll see the double points update on the trip tracker and, all the other good stuff that comes with it actually being the month, which of course the number one best thing that comes along with it is hello Sparkle Box. It's funny how it goes in like, today's a fun day to just kind of keep going in and hitting refresh on your dashboard because every 2 minutes it's a different number because they roll, they must do them in batches. So exciting day and an exciting week. I think that a lot of shows were done this past weekend, and I think we're going to have a big start to October, which, as a reminder, again, is a 5-week month. So this month gives you 5 weeks to achieve everything that you want to achieve. You get 5 weeks to do your rich rewards. Level 1 is still the first 2 weeks like normal, but then you get another 3 weeks. So that's a whole extra week to hit all of your rich rewards goals. You have 5 weeks to finish earning your trip. If you did not see the video that I did over the weekend, I did it on Sunday, of how to earn a trip even if you're starting now, please make sure that you take a look at that if that is something that you want to get on board with and join us on this cruise. We have 3 weeks of double points for those of us that are pre-existing team members. Those of you that are new with $20 kits at the end of September, you have double points the whole time. So that's something to keep in mind as well if you were thinking to yourself, oh, it's too late for me. It's completely not too late. So that's all of the good stuff. And actually, we have our Scott birthday weeks, the last 2 weeks of October, but we'll worry about that when it gets closer. Let's rack up the double points. Let's get our rich rewards. This week, I am doing the extra raffle. I found this beautiful Katie Loxton. It's like a jewelry clutch. So it's a beautiful soft pink, and when you open it up, it has a fun message inside, and then it's it'll hold jewelry. So I'm raffling that off this week. 1 chance for every sale that you enter. Shows of 300 or more gets double tickets. And when we hit our team sales goal, then I will add jewelry so that it's ready to go for you. That means that you can use that, of course, when traveling on your own, vacations or anything like that, but you can also keep it in your purse. How many times have you run into someone and they're like, oh, you sell jewelry? And really, you were already sitting and you kind of said to yourself, man, I wish I had more jewelry with me. That happens a lot at like barbecues, social functions, all the places we go. And this will help you do that, so you can always whip it out. And you'll be ready to go with a little mini show on the go. So that is our kind of recap of what we have going on for the beginning of October. Before I continue on, does anyone have a question or a comment or an idea of things that you are doing with the October announcements or specials? I see Phyllis's mouth moving, but no, I don't hear anything.
I say cricket. No, I don't. I'm just looking to have another sip and style this month, and I wanted to do some type of theme. I saw a couple of different themes, and I think that's important to use a theme. And that new, what is it called? The one with the orange. I think that's going to be a big seller this month. I've got a lot of interest in that. I've sent it out individually to people in a text and asked if this is something you'd like to add to your wardrobe, because it's now available and it doesn't show up on the website. So I mean, it shows up on the website, but it's not in the catalog. So what I did was I picked a bunch of people that I thought would like that and asked them if they were going to holiday parties this month and if they'd like to add this to their collection. So
Excellent.
I'm interested in that.
I mean, there's definitely two obvious themes that you can go with for October if you want to go with what's happening. One would, of course, be to do a breast cancer. We did a spot event with a breast cancer theme a few years back. And from, I want to say like Oriental Trading and stuff, we got like a sash that said Survivor. We had, there was a really cheap pink carpet and we had people walk the pink carpet, and we put a since a lot of you already have the frames, you could just pin, you can add a pink ribbon to it. And we let people take photos together. Like if they were a survivor, we had them wear the sash, and you could always do a percentage. You could always do like special pink raffles and then do a donation of those raffle items. We did pink jewelry items. So we each kind of went through our stash, and I think we ordered some stuff, and we did pink raffle jewelry, and then we donated it to a local breast cancer organization so that it really felt like local and useful. We did Babylon Breast Cancer Coalition. So that would really be a great one that really everyone could get on board with. Because there's just a lot of great things that you can do with that. There's not a single room full of women that doesn't have breast cancer survivors in it. Just not a thing. Unfortunately, every room full of women has them. And I had people really enjoyed taking the photos together, and the stuff really wasn't that expensive. So especially if you just keep it to the basics, some ribbons, the sashes, and, you know, decorate your frame or, you know, whatever you want to do with that, and off you go. So that's something that you could consider. Later in the month, you could do, we're doing Witches Night Out on October 30th, and that's the Wednesday, the day before Halloween. So you could do something fun with that. And even if it's just, you know, I mean, you don't definitely have to go full on crazy. Some people find, me being one of them, not enjoyable to wear costumes and stuff, but you can certainly do the all black with a fun hat and some cool jewelry. Summer is like, I don't understand, we wear costumes all the time in Louisiana, how can you not enjoy that? Summer probably has enough costumes of assorted kinds to mail out to everybody on this call and still have 4 to choose from in her own house. So they do fun stuff in Louisiana, I find. But that would be my 2 suggestions for themes that you could try, Phyllis, and really everybody could do at some point during this month.
Okay, thank you.
Good, and the fact that you want to do it again makes me think that you had a successful event, that your event was successful last week. I sent you a message, you didn't answer me, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your message.
I figured you didn't see it since you normally answer me. So, all right, great. So what I wanted to share with you today, I've always wanted to, so you know how every Tuesday night I do a welcome call for the new people. And that is super, we cover a couple of specific things on that call. It's all about, I show them the Rich Rewards program so that they understand exactly how it's earned and where the brochure is so that they can print it out. We do all about the steps to a successful launch show. And that includes using the right words when doing the inviting, what to say, how to get shows booked, meaning, you know, when you give the choices of the 2 days of the week and then the 2 times and the 2 dates. So we go over that, and we go over how to get a raise. So it is definitely a successful agenda. We've had I get a lot of positive feedback on it. Every time they have, you know, we have people on, they say that it's super helpful. What I have for a while felt was missing though was almost the step before that. The one that's a little more just kind of like, welcome. Hey, you should get a checking account separate from your bills. Hey, you should set up a space in your home. Like kind of like a more general overview of welcoming them to the team, and getting started in this business. So what I'm going to do is add to the welcome email that goes out a short video going over some of these things. And that is what I'm going to do for you on this call. This won't be the recording. I'm going to do a separate recording. This will be the practice for the recording. But I thought it would be nice if I did this welcome video for you guys on this today. Number one, so you know what it is, and number two, so that you hear the information and you'll know that it's important to direct your new people. So beginning with whoever signs next, it'll be embedded in the welcome email that goes out. I've been doing that since I want to say midsummer, that we've been doing an overall welcome letter from me out to the team. Every time a new person joins, the letter goes out really shortly after, sometimes within minutes. And it just kind of goes over what we do as an organization. It links them to Shine On. It links them to, it gives them the link to the Lunch and Learns, the link to the welcome letter, the link to the welcome call, as well as there's a button to click for the checklist of what to do to get started. So, and then there's a bunch of fun pictures in there, and we look like really cool, fun people. So I'm just adding this little video that we're going to go over today to just kind of give them some action steps of getting started. So does that sound good of what you want to like hear this? And then none of you will have to watch the replay because you'll have taken the time to do it on the Lunch and Learn. So I also want to time this because I don't really know how long it will take. So let me do that. Clock, stopwatch. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's see. Hello and welcome to Team Shine On. I want to congratulate you for making this decision to start a new business with Park Lane Jewelry. This is such an exciting time for you, for your family, and for all of us that you're joining us. My name is Michelle Zito. I am your company vice president. I live on Long Island in New York. And I've been here at Park Lane for about almost 6 years now, and in direct sales in general for almost 20 years. So I absolutely love it, and all that it represents really for men and women to be able to have what they want, to do what they want, to be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. And this business enables you to bring in the extra money that you need for your household income, or maybe just for the extras that you want to have in your household. That's what really is so absolutely incredible about this business, is that it's actually very simple, although it isn't quote unquote easy all of the time. The tasks that we actually do in the business, you know, learning how to do a show, actually going into someone's home or a restaurant, setting up the jewelry, having fun with the guests, eating snacks, taking orders for jewelry, turning the order in, all of those tasks are actually very simple and fun to do, actually. Getting on the phone and calling people, asking them if they'd like to go ahead and date a show, or if they'd actually like to order some coordinating jewelry or some guests. Those tasks themselves are actually pretty easy. The harder part is the discipline that you need to apply to your new business in order to make a success of it. So the dedication that you're going to put into your business is really what's going to cause you to be more successful. Now, you probably came into this business for a super specific reason. Don't be so eager to give up on whatever that reason is when you run into a little bit of a snafu. Whatever your dream is, whatever your hope is for this business, don't give up on it. You know, you decided to give this a try, so give it a real try. You know, don't be that person that does a launch and then makes 2 or 3 phone calls doesn't get the answer that you want, and then decide to quit, because that's the equivalent of starting a new job on a Monday and then quitting on Tuesday because you didn't know everything or because it didn't go right. That's crazy to do. That's not why you came into this business. So just tell yourself right now, I am going to make this work. I would really encourage you to give it your all for at least 6 months. And if at that point you realize it's not for you, then you've given it a fair shot. And you've really given it a chance to see if it's something that works for you. I would also encourage you to do the things that I myself and your leader, your recruiter, are sharing with you from their set of expertise and from my set of expertise in order to really set yourself up for success. So, what are some of those things that you can get started on right now? The first thing that I would encourage you to do is to set a goal. Right now, decide, what do you want out of your business? For example, how many nights a week or how many days a week are you willing and able to go out and do a show? How much money do you really want to make? Because what we can do is figure out how many shows that you say you want to do, how much money you make, if those things match, or help you come to a resolution on one side or the other. This many shows will yield you this much money, or this number of shows is what you will need to do in order to earn the money that you are looking for. We definitely want to help you achieve it. I would really recommend too that you decide what you want to use the money for. Because just extra money isn't nearly as motivating as, I want to get new living room furniture. I want to put a pool in our backyard. I need my car payment. I want to pay for my daughter's competition dance team. What is it that you're going to use this money for? Because once you do that, it's much easier to stay committed and stay focused to that specific goal and money usage. I would encourage you to put that goal displayed somewhere where you can see it, and if you have a spouse, children at home, where they can see it. Because honestly, if you have a spouse or children, the first people that you are recruiting into this business is them. We need them to get a buy-in into the business. And those of you that are ladies with a spouse or an other, the fastest way to do that is to get a weekly check and show it. Because most spouses I have found, they just want to see their spouse be successful. They want to see that other half be successful. And the faster that they see a weekly check that is beyond what you spent on your kids, then the faster they get on board. So let your family know this. You're doing something special. You want their support when you leave to do a show, when you need to close the door and make some calls, or leave the house and go to Starbucks for a while to get away from the distractions at home. It will help them feel better about your business, and it's going to help you feel better about your business. The next step that I would suggest that you take is to set a date for your launch party if you haven't already done that. Now, this is the show that's going to start your business. It's likely that the person who brought you into the business or that person's leader is helping you with this show or straight up doing the show for you. Definitely take advantage of this opportunity. That person has more experience than you, and is going to be right there with you, showing the jewelry, doing a booking talk to get shows booked with you, asking each and every guest for a booking, helping you and teaching you how to write up the orders, and sharing the business opportunity with your guests. So having her there assisting with your launch is really going to help you get a successful introduction to your family and friends about your new Parkland business. Now, if you live in an area, of course, that it's logistically impossible for that to happen, your leader may be suggesting an additional online launch where she can bring your guests onto some Zoom or a Facebook Live. And of course, your leader is going to coach you and help you in the days leading up to your show so that you will be successful on your own. And you are just going to straight up say at the party, thank you everyone so much for your patience today. I am brand new and this is my first show and I'm going to do my best and we are all going to have a great time today. That's all. And you will be absolutely fine. Don't be afraid. Don't feel intimidated. We want to help you succeed. Please never feel bad about asking a question. We love to answer your questions. So set that launch date ASAP because that's really going to put you on the road to success. This first showing in your home probably, where you can invite everyone in to one great business launch and it will really kickstart your business. Okay, the next step is to sit down and make a big list of people. I would suggest going for a list of 100. Now, there are 5 different areas of your life that you know people. So that list will build really, really quickly. The first one is, of course, friends and family, right? That's the easiest one and the most obvious one. And we think it's the easiest one, but it's not always. But, you know, we really want you to dig a bit deeper when going through that just initial friends and family list. Because unfortunately, sometimes the people that you think will be the most supportive are actually the worst. So we want to not feel upset. And we want you not to feel upset when that person that you thought for sure, your sister, your best friend, your mom, do not come through with you for a show. Because sometimes the ones below the surface are actually the more supportive ones. Suddenly it's your husband's cousin. It's the friend from high school that you haven't actually seen in a while. It's, you know, a girlfriend from college or something. These are the people that sometimes come through for you way more than those close friends and family members. So go for that second, third layer of friends because sometimes they come through for you so much better. And do not be discouraged when your best friend in the whole wide world is like, no, I'm not going to be able to have a show, because it's a big world and there are plenty of people out there that do. So the next grouping of people that you know are places you've gone to school. And remember, we're all adults. School means a lot of things now, right? Yes, it's people that maybe you went to junior high and high school and college with, but are you in a yoga class? Have you taken a paint, did you go to a regular paint night? Any of those things that we do as adults, those types of classes count as well. Who do you know from Zumba? You know, things like that. Every place you've ever lived, your neighbors, okay, that's a whole nother group. So that can be your current neighbors, past neighbors. It can even be, you know how like you go to the same friend's block party every year and you look forward to it because her neighbor is so much fun. Like that's somebody that still falls into the category of neighbor because it's somebody that you know in that way. So again, going beneath the surface of just who lives to the left, who lives to the right, and who lives across, okay? Another category is all the places you've ever worked, right? There's always girls that you were friendly with from your former job, from your current job, from the job before that, from the time that you worked at the paint department in Sears in high school. There's always all these people that you kind of still are friendly with. They would count as well. Okay, another category in your life are people in various organizations. That can be your religious organization, whether it's church or your synagogue or whatever church religious organization you may be involved in. Maybe it's the gym. Do you belong to the Chamber of Commerce? Any other kind of women's organization or networking group? Are you on a golf league, a soccer team, church choir? Any types of these groups and organizations have women in them that wear and love jewelry, or that would give it as a gift and have the show with you even just to help you out. Now, of course, if you have children or nieces or nephews, their activities, those moms, that is a fantastic resource as well. So think of those people that you see at the bus stop, up at school, at the school carnivals, all of those types of things bring you also groups of women. So if you really go down and make that list and just think about getting maybe 15 or so people in each one of those categories, getting to 100 is really not as difficult as you initially thought it might be. These, of course, are going to be many of the people that you invite to your first party. Now, if you're like, whoa, I don't know what kind of house you think I live in, but I'm not inviting 100 people. Yeah, you may not get all 100 invited to your launch show, but there's going to be a second show. There's going to be some sort of team event maybe coming up in your area. There's going to be the people that you ask if they will have a show, and they're not even coming to your launch because they're having their own first show. So, don't have a heart attack about that 100. Some of these people, of course, live long distance. They're going to be a great online customer. Maybe they want to have a Facebook or a live party online. Maybe they just want to circulate books at work. They may just want to simply place an order with you. And there may be people on that list of 100 that you're going to say, you know what? She would probably love to sell jewelry with me. She would be really good at this job. I would love to work with her. So that's going to be a resource for you as well. So this is just so that you know, a project that's always going on. Your list of 100 is a rotating document because new people come into your life all the time, right? You have a new person that comes into your life because your kids move up in school. You have new friends. They decide to play soccer this year. Your daughter changes from dance to gymnastics. You change the bus stop. There's a new woman on the block gets a dog, and you're running into her when you're walking your dog. There's a million ways that you meet new people, and they continue to be added to your list of 100. It's a powerful working list for bookings, for recruiting, and for finding new customers. All right, another tip that I would suggest to help you get started is to set up some sort of office space. Now, this is just a little designated area for your business. Now, you might be saying, oh no, I don't have an office in my house. That's why I said office space, because I didn't say you need an office, because you definitely don't. Yes, I have a full office now, but I've also been in this business for 20 years. When I started, I actually just put my stuff on the end of the dining room table until my husband couldn't take it anymore. And then I got, that store Furnikit where you put together the desk and you almost get divorced over it because there's 1,000 parts. I got one of those desks that it opens and closes. That way I could close it and my dining room still looked nice when I was having company. So that was my office for probably 10 years until we did, work on the house where the contractor was like, actually, I could make a small bedroom right here. And it was like, yay, I can get my office out of my dining room. But I promoted to an executive level in direct sales out of a Furnikit desk in my dining room. So again, an office space is totally fine. You may use a little side table. Some of you have those little office areas in the kitchen, and then in your linen closet, move some towels and line up your paperwork from your kit, and you are good to go. All right. And when you receive your kit, sit down with the person who brought you in, and or go online. You're going to need a little more supplies shortly after your launch. You're going to need some more catalogs, and your recruiter can help you with what you might need. Now, as you're working on your list of 100, I would also encourage you to have a couple of notebooks or folders handy. And that's where you're going to keep your leads as they start to occur. A lead is a person that might have a show, or says they will have a show, or might be interested in the business, or says they are interested in the business, but they're not yet on your calendar. Okay? A hostess is someone whose name is written on your calendar. A lead is someone who says they would like to be, but are not. All right? So Now, you may decide you want a booking notebook and a recruiting notebook or a folder. I am a fan of the folder. That way, if the paper is loose, I can shove it in and not have to worry about writing things over. So, as you're making these calls and as you're making your text reach outs, you might realize Sue is a great recruit lead. You're going to stick her info in your recruit folder. You're gonna run into somebody that says, oh, I would love to have a show, but I'm in the middle of a kitchen remodel. It's not gonna be done till the end of October. So now you put into your notes in your booking leads, call, Fran on November 1st, remodeling kitchen. And then you get back to that on November 1st. And that is just an easy system that this will not only work as you're making those introductory calls, but you're going to use this same system when you're doing a show. And you meet Sandy, who can't have her show right now because her son is getting married in 3 weeks and doesn't even want to think about penciling anything in. Call me in a month. You write down, Sandy, son getting married, call mid-October, call mid-November. And then that way, when you follow up, it's, hey, how was the wedding? Oh my gosh, I saw the pictures on Facebook. Everything looked amazing. And then you're able to follow back up and book that show. If you continue that behavior on a regular basis, your calendar will always continue to fill because you always have a list of people that are considering the business and are wanting to book a show with you. My final tip for this would be to establish some business hours. How many days a week are you able to dedicate to your business? How many hours within that day are you willing to dedicate to your business? I would suggest if you are just a super part-timer, you're just, just getting it started, not wanting a big commitment, then you could do at least 1 hour, 2 to 3 days a week. Put an hour of time, 2 or 3 days a week, into making those contacts, working on your list, getting shows scheduled, and it will help you have some focus on your business. If you are wanting more, then of course you do more hours or more days a week. Now, as an aside to that, I do recommend setting up a separate checking account for your Park Lane business. It doesn't have to be a business account. Those are expensive. It's just a different personal checking account. And when people pay you in cash or when people pay you by check, it goes into that account. Now, on the same thread, when you get to the final payment of a show, the final payment goes on a credit card of yours, and then, of course, you use that same money to immediately pay it off. So make sure that you're using a card that gives you great benefits. So whether you want cash back, whether you want, mileage points, whatever it is that you want. I myself use, I accumulate mileage. That way when we go to convention, my flight is free. When I go, sometimes even to visit, my son at college, the flight is free because I'm running all of my shows and orders and supplies and everything on that same card. That will also help you tremendously come tax time. Okay, so I do look forward to seeing you in person on your welcome orientation call. I hold those every Tuesday evening. It's at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. And on that, we're going to teach you how to earn lots of free jewelry every single month to your kit. We're going to teach you more specifics on how to have a successful launch and words to use to invite people to it, and how to properly introduce your friends and family to your business. Oh, I'm also going to teach you how to get a raise. Looking forward to seeing you then, and welcome to Team Shine On. And that will be this video. How long is that? What do you think of that? Is that good?
I think that was amazing.
Mom,
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah, I think it was really good.
when yoga.
Is there anything that you think should be either eliminated, changed, added? hopefully people will stay in, hopefully it's engaging enough because it is 20 minutes, which is long for a video, but I feel like it's not really the kind of thing you have to do a lot of writing and stuff, so hopefully it'll get watched.
Can I make a statement? I don't know. I have a hard time listening to things for a long time, and sometimes I wish things were part one and part two. I'm wondering if that might be helpful to anybody else, because sometimes I have 10 minutes, like I'm in the car, I can listen on the way, and then I don't have to listen to the whole thing again to hear the end of it or try to find where I left off.
I totally normally do that, and I did consider that. There aren't many breakpoints. It's kind of the same topic the whole time, which is why I didn't.
Just a thought, it's me. I get lost after a few minutes. I'll find something. If I'm in the house, I'll get up and go do laundry or something. I can't sit still that long.
Yeah, I totally get it. I'm not finding natural breakpoints in here because I do like to do that, but we'll shall see. So any other thoughts, questions on this or anything else today? All right, well then, friendly reminder that if you do have new team members, today is Tuesday and tonight is a welcome call. So if you do have new team members that have not yet participated in that or have not watched at least the replay, then I will look forward to meeting them tonight. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the day. Bye.